Welcome, everyone, to Behind the Name. I'm your boy, Boo Dilla.
Prince J. Ron.
And we got a special guest, you know what I mean? This guy's a pioneer for many talents, representing Triple Phaze, representing HOC, representing D Dynamics. We got the one and only Troy. What's going on, bro?
What is cracking, brother? What is cracking with y'all, man? What's going on, man? How y'all doing? Is y'all blessed?
Man, we doing good. Thanks again for coming on to the show. For those that don't know, this is one of my teachers right here. He definitely taught me and Charles a lot and still learn from this man. So everybody that's watching the show right now, y'all definitely gotta take notes because he got a lot to tell. So I just want to kick it off as always from the beginning. As far as what got you into dance and what was your beginning influence of getting you into this culture?
Well, since we started from the beginning, I gotta start from the beginning. So
yeah.
I always was dancing. You know, like I grew up dancing, hip hop and stuff like that. So I was always a kid with a lot of energy and everything like that. So I grew up dancing. I was like the dancer of the family. And you know, like the thing that's funny as hell, like my nickname is actually Soul Train in my family.
Yeah.
That's my actual nickname for real. You know what I'm saying? So because I was always dancing all the time. So I grew up like, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of people like admiring, like love Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying? But I grew up like looking at that and looking at like I was looking like the breaking, like I love breaking, like breaking too, like breaking and stuff like that, like Boogaloo Shrimp, like Turbo, like Ozone. Like I grew up on that. I grew up on like watching and observing, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, that's is awesome. That's amazing. You know what I'm saying? So, and I was always, the crazy thing about it, like I've only been to probably like 4 dance classes in my lifetime. I've never been trained ever. Like everything I've learned was just through observation and just, I was always like I can always pick up stuff real fast. Like I can always like kind of like look, bam, boom, 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 and then get it. So that always came like natural. And then besides like that, growing up, I had like one of my childhood friends is from Joliet, Illinois. His name is Anthony Bradley. We used to make up routines as kids, like on his porch. We used to make up routines on the porch, like all the time. And his older brother, his name was Rodney. And I looked up to him because he was like the coldest, like hip hop dancer, like in the town. Like he was raw, you know what I'm saying? Like he was like a cold freestyler and stuff like that. And yeah, like I looked up to him and just, you know, like everybody else, you know, you wake up, you know what I'm saying? You look up to Michael Jackson, New Edition, you know, back then we was dancing. Mm-hmm. So everything, every song, every hip hop song, you know what I'm saying, was Running Man, it was like new dances and stuff like that. So I was always looking at Video Soul and stuff like that, to tell you my age right now. Looking at Video Soul, yeah, and stuff like that. And just, I was always a sponge on learning. So it went from there to the first time I think I heard like house music was around like, I'll probably say like 10 years old. Mm-hmm. But this the kicker. Music being like getting musically inclined and stuff like that was like my mom worked for at the CBS building. She used to work for B96 for like 13 years. So all that, the house, you know what I'm saying? Like the B90, like the like all of that. Went to all the B bashes, all the concerts, you know what I'm saying? Like I grew up like knowing like Eddie and Jobo and different stuff like that. And one of the guys that used to work there, his name was Greg Murray. He used to, like, every time I used to go to work with my mom, I used to chill with him because he do like radio. He used to do like the commercials. When he was on the radio, and then he ended up doing like commercials. So he used to let me take home. I used to bring my book bag. He used to let me take home like all the promotional CDs. So all the songs like back in the day, like, you know what I'm saying, like CC Peniston, and you know what I'm saying, and just different stuff, you know what I'm saying, like I'm back to the middle and around again, like all that, you know what I'm saying. I grew up like listening to all that, like my, you know what I'm saying, me and my family. So it went from that to the first time I ever heard like some ghetto house stuff was I was with my boy Anthony, and it was this mixtape shop that used to be like in Joliet, and the first tape that we bought was like, I think it was like DJ Clinton, like RP Boot, and like it was DJ Boot in. So that was like the first, like that green tape, and it was like the first time, like it was crazy. It was at night, and it was just one of them nights, like that when I first like, yo, hold that truck, like, you know what I'm saying, like that. And I was like, what the fuck is this? We were just like, man, this shit cold. Who is this? What is this? Like, man, bro, what is this? I didn't know how to footwork at all then. I knew how to dance, but I didn't know how to footwork. So it went from there to every time I heard like some house or like some house music, I remember I had this tape, and it was like this one like track was on there, and it was cold. It was like it was crazy. And I used to be in the back of my granny house, like just freestyling to it. You know what I'm saying? The only way I knew how, you know, so, but from there, the first time I got introduced to like footwork or anything like that, it was in high school. It was like, even before that, the only person I knew that footwork, because back in the day, like, you know what I'm saying, Anthony and them, they was like the coldest dancers like in their school. And they knew how to footwork and different stuff like that. So it was, they used to do like different, like animating and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? They was cold with it. So he was the first person I seen do footwork. And he wasn't really good. It was just like that side to side. And like the way he did, it was kind of like awkward. But I was like, man, I'm like, how you do that? I used to, and he taught it to me, and I used to just practice to it. That's the only thing I knew how to do. And we end up moving to University Park, and I'm going to Creek Monique. And that's the only thing I knew how to do. So I ended up, it was like this party, like this high school party, like I went to. And before then, you know, I was like, I didn't really make a lot of friends and stuff like that or whatever. Like, you know, like my older cousin Shannon, like she was old. She was like 1 year older than me. So she was like popular and stuff. But me, I was kind of like reserved, kind of like not reserved, but I was, I didn't really talk to a lot of people, you know? So I went to this party, and it was like at the district or something like that. And that was the first time I seen Chaos Posse. The first time I seen Chaos Posse in HOC. So this was like around the time when like that second Busta Rhymes had came out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you know what I'm saying? So I'm just giving you the date. You know what I'm saying? So they were in a party, and they was putting on tracks, and that was the first time I seen like the Uncle Bubba and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like we was in a party lane. They was doing like the back step. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like I got to get up. You know what I'm saying? So just because that's what I feel like I got to do. So the first time I seen this is the first time. So we was in a party, and this is the first time I seen somebody. They was doing this, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" And they was doing this. I'm like, "Bro, what is that?" You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it tripped me out. So I ain't know how to do none of that, bro. But the crazy part was I was never one of them dudes that was scared. So I remember Don Trail brother, older brother, he came at me.
Oh,
I ain't know how to. He came at me.
David.
I'm at the party. He came at me. Boom, boom, boom. Like, oh, like I'm looking like I don't know. I ain't know what to do. The only thing I knew how to do was this. But look, I did it till the world blew up. I did it the hardest.
The whole party,
bro. I got my ass kicked that night. But the thing about it was crazy. I went back to school, and I walked past everybody in the hallway, and the people that didn't talk to me, they was talking to me now.
Wow.
Man, I seen you in that party, bro. Man, dude, like you did your thing, man. It's like, man, bro, you gotta look, man. I'm like, okay. So fast forward. I had science class with Ken Jones. Ooh. Ken Jones was going with my cousin at the time, my cousin Shannon. So, you know, like, things going with your cousin, you were like, man, I don't know who this nigga is. So I ain't never really talked to him. But I seen him in class one day. So I'm sitting in my chair, and I'm seeing him do this. I look over, I see him. Damn. I'm over there looking, I'm like, what the hell is that? I'm like, bro. Then we started to get to talking. Then it went from there to, man, what's going on, bro? And I heard about you in the party or whatever. And man, I got this group. It's me, man, my homie Fodo, AKA Big Dookie. We used to call him Big Dookie. So I went, and this was DJ Rose's older brother.
Right.
Went to his crib, man. We got this group called Total Eruption. I'm like, okay. I was hyped because I'm looking like, man, okay, now I'm a part of a group now. I'm like, hell yeah. So we used to be at his crib. It was me, Ken, Fodo, Ro, and this other dude we used to go to school with, Marcel. And we used to practice every day. And then footworking was like, it was a little bit different just because, you know what I'm saying, everybody kind of, it wasn't really like, it was like certain combinations people was doing. And it was like everybody, what I liked about it, everybody in the group had their own style. It was kind of like the Avengers. Everybody had like their special move and their special style or something like that. Ken to come out, boom, and do his like crazy break leg, you know what I'm saying, break ankle stuff, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And Fodo, he was big. So, but he was a big dude that could move, you know what I'm saying? That nigga used to footwork. That nigga could move, bro. He could dance, you know what I'm saying? So, and then Ro, he was like learning, you know what I'm saying? He was like, Ro cracked me up because he was just wanted, like, we used to get into it so much. He was so annoyed to be like that. He's coming like da-da-da-da-da. You know? I'm like, bro, stop it. Like, man, I'm like, man, get your little brother and stuff. We always used to be into it. All the time. I'm like, man, get your damn brother, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But I grew up, you know what I'm saying? Like, he grew up to be my brother, though. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So from there, we started going to parties. We started going to parties from there. We started going to this place called The Pulse, Chicago Heights.
Oh, I was going to ask you, where was that?
Yeah, Chicago Heights. We started going to The Pulse. It was like a teen club. We started going to The Pulse. And then from there, you know, that's the first time I met James Bray. I met Boo from HOC.
Okay.
He was in there snapping. I was like, man, who is this dude? He was like, man, what's up? Like, he was cool, such and such HOC or whatever. And this kind of brings me back to the party. That's the first time I seen HOC. That's the first time I seen Boo. That's the first time I seen like Snoop. I'm like, cause I'm looking like, man, I'm like, I was looking at Chaos Posse, but I was looking at HOC. I'm like, who is these dudes they battling? Cause these niggas they battling is raw. They was different. T came out. I'm like, who is this little nigga? I'm like, who is this dude?
Right.
Niggas was coming out just snapping, like they were snapping on them. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, who was these dudes? Cause it was like gutter, like Chaos Posse, like they was kind of like pretty boyish and like HOC was like gutter. They was just niggas with braids, niggas just some hood like Ford Heights stuff. And I'm like, who is these dudes? So it went from we was talking to James, right? He was like, yeah, we got this group called HOC. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, we was like, okay. So we met him, and then besides meeting him, we met Marlon, Total Impact. So we started getting cool with him. And then we was interested in two groups. We was interested in HOC and Total Impact. So we went to one of Total Impact's practice because Total Impact, they was doing their thing. They was doing shows. They was making it happen. Like they was popular. And we used to see them different places. I'm like, man, this group is raw. You know what I'm saying? So we went to their practice, got introduced, you know what I'm saying, to like some of the members that was there. You know what I'm saying? This is where DJ LB, you know what I'm saying? He was still in the group and stuff like that, light-skinned dude. He ended up being a DJ, but he could dance too. And like Ken Lo and them, you know, we ended up meeting, you know what I'm saying, meeting them, like Tiffany and them, they was a part of the group. So we was finna join Total Impact. Then we got into the parking lot. I ended up getting into an argument with Fodo or whatever, and we end up getting ready to drive off. And I guess this is a couple dudes that was outside, and one of them leaned over to the car, and then all of a sudden we look up, this nigga punching Marcel in the face. We like, oh, what's going on, bro? Because he had this chain. He had this chain, like this lion pendant, like this gold chain. He was trying to rob him for his chain. I think he took it. So me and Ken was behind him. We was like, oh, what the hell's going on? So we drove past. The nigga put out a strap and went like this. So we in the car like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? So we drive past the thug and we like, what the hell's going on? You know what I'm saying? We go to like a nearby like McDonald's and stuff like that. We in there, man. Like we in there. We like, man, what the hell is going on? Like, man, like he's like, man, we going back. He's like, man, I don't know. We going back. But see, I was from Markham. I was from Harvey originally anyway. So I wasn't never really scared of like to go around places I grew up. But it was just one of them things where it's like, we ain't know them dudes.
Right.
And Marlon ended up apologizing because it was some niggas he knew. And it was like, he ended up probably like, man, I'm sorry about what happened or whatever. And it's kind of like, it ain't had nothing to do with him, but we was kind of like, yeah, we kind of, nah. You know what I'm saying? Like there was this, we ain't want to be around that atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? But it was cool. It was kind of funny because, you know what I'm saying, Marcel, you know what I'm saying, he was calling his mama and kind of crying and stuff. I can say it now, but like, man, they took my, like Red, like, man, they took my chair and stuff. He was laughing and shit. Like, it got funny. But it was crazy. But from there, okay, we was like, bam. Okay, we're gonna go for HOC. Then after that, we started going to Markham. And then because we met Boo first, and then later on we met Snoop. Mm-hmm. That's when I met Snoop. And Snoop would come around, like we were seeing him in Markham and stuff like that. And like when I first met Snoop, I was like, damn, man, I'm like, this nigga got bangs like a motherfucker. You know, this before I really knew what they were. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just always bang, his bang was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. It was like, dude. So like we was in Markham one day and he was kind of like recruiting. You know, like back in the day, niggas recruit. Like you'll be dancing and you know what I'm saying? They'll walk around, you kind of like observe and stuff like that or whatever. Like you getting recruited for real. So in my head, I'm like, this nigga know how to bang. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I'm just gonna be banging extra hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm banging super duper hard. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, this nigga got some bangs. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking like, okay, I'm trying to match you. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So we ended up getting in a group. Proud day. We're like, damn, we in HOC. Let's get it cracking. Get to HOC, first practice. We get down there. We meet Kim. We meet Casey. I meet, you know what I'm saying? We meet Jason. We meet Marcus. You know what I'm saying? Like Marcus Skinner. Big ups to Biggie. You know what I'm saying? Times like we felt like we belonged to that group. Yeah. So we started going to practice, and what was so cold about HOC was like everybody had their own style, bro. Everybody danced different. Everybody, like Jason, had his crazy style where he would like, I always gotta like do it, but he had this style where he would do his basics, but like his hop, he'll have like this hop, and he'll like his leg, like it's crazy, like he had this crazy form where he'll flip his leg back and just boom, like it's crazy. T had this style where he was just all over the place. So he'll be just boom, just bang, bang, like all over the place.
Yeah, that's cold.
Boo was cold because it was like he was like a hybrid. But he was he had some weight on him, but he could move. So Boo was boom, ding. He was just so intricate with his moves. Marcus was like one of the coldest things. Marcus had this style, bro, and it's still undescribable to me. He had this crazy style where like his legs would go 1,000 miles a minute.
What?
Bro, he'll be dancing. Marcus will be dancing. He'll do this thing where he'll do this like these dribbles. And he'll be dribbling. He'll be like going like this and like dribbling and just going crazy, bro. Like it was crazy. It was ridiculous. So yeah, I'm breathing hard. I'm whatever. This is how I do. Because I have to show it.
You have to.
I gotta show it, bro. They gotta see it. So me and Van, we ended up kicking it with Marcus a lot.
Okay.
We ended up kicking it with Marcus a lot, chilling around the heights. We'll be talking about different groups and like different practices, different styles and stuff. So we'll be kicking it with Marcus. And then we ended up recruiting from the same area, like University Park, Little Ricky. Now, a lot of people don't remember Little Ricky, but a lot of people do. Little Ricky was from University Park. He was one of the coldest shorties ever before he stopped dancing. He was under Marcus, like tutelage. The boy was ridiculous. He had this one thing he did. It's funny. He had this one thing he used to do where what track did they? I forgot what track it was. They used to come on at Markham, but he used to do this thing. He was like, man, like do the river dance. We used to get him hyped. We like do the river dance. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. And he'll be at the party, and that's when I think like whatever track will come on. And he'll do this river dance thing where he'll be like going like this and like doing these dribbles and river dancing like it was cold. So it was crazy. So river dance, bro. It was crazy, bro. It was funny. But we met like by then, like Carlos, and this is like, and Tink came later. Tink came later. Tink was God rest his soul, bro. Tink, man, that dude, he the dude that like kept the group together in a certain sense. He was like little saint, bro. Tink was like our little saint.
That's what I heard the same thing from a lot of people.
Tink was like little saint, bro. He was the dude, like he always came around. He always had a smile on his face. He was always cracking jokes. But he was a sponge. He was learning. Like when he first started, like Carlos, he was Carlos, but he brung him around. Carlos brung him around. And he was weak, but after a while, like he started getting good, man. Tink started getting good and he started progressing, and it was ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? But kind of like bring it back a little bit. So it was HOC, and then we ended up like meeting Panic. Panic's C-Bit and them. They stayed next door to Boo. Because we used to cut Boo hair and whatever. So that's when we got to know who Panic was. So C-Bit and them, they used to be in HOC, then they broke off and made Panic. Him, Justin, and Kevin. Now people don't even remember. Look, let me tell you something. When y'all dudes be talking about groups and styles and who was cold back in the day, and y'all keep naming these same people, no, bro. It was so many people back in the day that was raw that nobody ever seen. Like, it's ridiculous, bro. That's why I'm thankful to soak that up as a sponge, man. Like, it was so many people that was raw, bro. That was cold. That's why it's like it's certain things from back in the day that can never be replaced, bro. It can never be replaced.
Right.
Yeah. It was a lot of lost styles, man. So
yeah.
Panic. So basically it was one of them things where it's like from like the heights and like forward heights, us and Panic, we was representing like that style. We was representing from that side, you know what I'm saying? Like on some gutter stuff. So we used to like the Bloom talent shows. We was doing Bloom talent shows. And we started, you know what I'm saying? Because at first it was like, okay, we you know what I'm saying, getting this group together and started doing shows and stuff like that. But after a while, like HOC, like we was like a force to be reckoned with, man. Like we ended up like before it disbanded, bro, like HOC had like shit, damn near like 50 members, bro.
Right.
Like I remember like at our biggest, we was like at a Bloom talent show. Man, our routine was on point, you know what I'm saying? Like we were just there, bro. We was there, you know what I'm saying? But so from there, we used to go to Markham. We used to go to the Dalton Expo. Oh my God. The freaking Dalton Expo. Now see, the Dalton Expo is where I seen everybody.
Right.
That was when I first seen like the Firm and like besides like, okay, besides Markham, but I'll get to that. But like the Dalton Expo, you know what I'm saying? Like it's where I seen like the Firm, and that's where I first seen Ant Brown. And House of Maddox used to be there, you know what I'm saying? That's when like used to go on the party, and the first thing you'll hear was like he's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like it used to be crazy. So I used to just, I'm one of them dudes I used to just watch and just observe. I used to just walk around and just like look at different groups with different styles and just watch how their footwork, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So it was certain dudes that was like at that time was like the coldest. So you had dudes that was in like the Firm. They was like some of the coldest. You still had people in House of Maddox was like some of the coldest. I seen Ant Brown at a party in Dalton Expo. This is when I first met him. And this is when he was like still dancing a little bit, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. He was always smooth. Like you never really seen him dance or something. Like it's always like some mysterious stuff. So
What year?
me personally,
What year was it? What year?
This was like, okay, so when I got in Total Eruption, it was around like 97. So like around that time when I met Ant Brown, it was like 99, close to like 2000, like 98, 99.
Okay.
So I met him by a speaker. Everybody, because people was like, man, that's Ant Brown like this. Somebody whispered like, man, that's Ant Brown like this. I'm like, who? Where? Who is this dude that they talking about? So I went over there by the speaker and I was just watching him. Like he had his like cross trainers on. He had his windbreakers. You know what I'm saying? He used to wear windbreakers and stuff like that. Right. And he had his towel and he was doing like dribbles and stuff. But he was like real smooth. And I was observing. I was just looking at him. And he was kind of like, he kind of stepped back. And I went to the speaker and I was kind of like, I don't know what the hell I was doing. I was still whack at that time, bro. Like I was still learning. I'm for real. You know what I'm saying? I keep it a buck. I was whack as hell still. You know what I'm saying? So we was by the speaker and I did my little thing. And what I liked about Ant Brown was he didn't diss me. He didn't diss me at all, bro. He looked and he was like, all right, slow down a little bit. That's it. Like he said a couple things and I took that and I was like, okay, bam. But it was one of them things where it's like every time somebody said something to me, like even Boo was like, man, Troy, your legs be going 1,000 miles a minute. Like, bro, you got to get what's up with your up top. Like, you got to get your up top straight. Cause I was like just real stiff, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I kept practicing. We kept going to Markham. Markham was the training center. We used to be like, that's like the training. Markham is like the training. That's when, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's when I first started seeing like Wolfpack. Mm-hmm. So Rashad, that's when Rashad was still dancing a little. He was, you know what I'm saying, a little bit. So I seen Rashad the first time, you know, he'll be in the circle doing his thing, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, like snapping. I first met Reggie. I first seen Reggie, Q, Nate. Who else was it? It was this dude named Phil. We used to call him Tap. He used to have like this crazy style, but they was all under like kind of like the Ant Brown, like their like that Brian and them like tutelage. So we used to look at them like we used to hate them actually. We used to hate them, bro. Like, cause they like to us, they was like some pretty boy motherfuckers, bro. Like used to be like pretty boys, and we used to call them preppy because they used to be in the part like with the sweater vest and stuff like that, and nigga like the curl head, S curls, and then we like, what the fuck these niggas think they is? Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Because we was on some like nigga, we was on some gutter shit. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? We ain't do all that, nigga. We had like long t-shirts on or whatever. We used to be like, okay, this us. But so we always used to kind of like get into it with them, especially like Reggie. Like Reggie was so funny to me because Reggie used to be like, man, we dancing in the parade with CMD. Who y'all dancing with? Like, it used to be one of them things. It's like we used to leave like this motherfucker. Oh, he thinking it's, you know what I'm saying? We used to, bro. It used to be so crazy. It used to be crazy, bro. We used to be like, man, these niggas think they arrogant, man. Arrogant as hell, boy. Reggie was arrogant as hell. But at that time, low key, Q was like one of the top, and people never say his name, bro. But Nate was one of the coldest niggas in the Wolfpack, bro. I'm sorry. People don't give Nate much credit, bro. Nate was cold, bro. Nate used to ball, bro. Nate was raw, bro. Nate was like certain things. Nate was the first person I seen do the Tom and Jerry's. When he did them, I was like, bro, he was in a circle. He was like, I was like, what the fuck is he doing? I'm like, what is that? Yeah, I was like, man, bro. I'm like, this nigga on some. I'm like, I don't know who this nigga is. You know what I'm saying? But he used to snap, bro. Like, he used to be one of the main dudes and stuff. Like Nate was cold, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nate. Yeah. He was one of the top to me. But besides like Q and them, you know what I'm saying? But it went from there to okay. He was in HOC, and we was going to these parties. We started going to these parties. We was going all around. We used to get in the truck. We used to go all around. We was going to the rink. So that's when we first seen like Final Phase and different stuff like that. We start seeing these, you know what I'm saying, these groups and these group, you know what I'm saying, group females and group names. Oh, you see the girl right there, man, she thick, man. Like, we used to be like, man, her right there. So, like, right, bro, like we used to be like, because we wasn't around that all the time. So it was one of those things where it's like, man, we like freaking dancing girls and stuff like that.
Hey, what was y'all females at in the South Suburbs, bro?
You said what?
What was the females at in the South Suburbs, bro? It wasn't really like how the city was. The city was like a group of them.
Yeah, bro. I mean, but you know what though? Because I think it was one of them things where it's like a lot of girls was fans, and a lot of girls just didn't. A lot of girls was dancing, but some of them did. A lot of them didn't want to be in a group. Some of them did. So you just get a lot of girls like, you know, they'll do a lot of, you know what I'm saying, like popping and different stuff like that or whatever, or just, you know, like breaking it back and, you know what I'm saying, just basically like that. Like it was only a certain amount of females I seen like who actually wanted to learn footwork. Yep. Kim was cold. Kim and HOC was cold. Got a shout out to Kim. Her basics was clean. She used to have clean basics. Casey, her little sister, cold. She was cold, bro. Like shorty, female, like as one of these shorties, she had one of the best like forms, and she was clean. She was one of the rawest like shorties before like she like females, like, you know what I'm saying, before she stopped dancing. So, but other than that, like I said, we was going to parties and we was performing and different stuff like that. Like me personally, I wanted to get better. I was locked in, bro. I was locked in. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, this is what it is. This is what it is. I'm like, man, I want more of this. I want to be the best. I want to be the best. You know what I'm saying? So it was like through trial and error, man. Like I used to go at them. I used to, you know what I'm saying, not be scared and go like as many times I used to get beat, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to go at them. Cause so Markham, like I said, Markham was the training ground, but Markham is where I started meeting like different people. Markham is where I first met Pooh. You know what I'm saying? We first met Pooh, like he was a little shorty, you know what I'm saying? Like, but he was nice. And Pooh actually was supposed to be in HOC. A lot of people don't know that. HOC was looking at him, you know what I'm saying? He was like picking between, he was talking to Boo from what I know, and it was from him to like Wolfpack. And he ended up picking Wolfpack. Of course, they were popular. They was like one of the most popular groups, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Pooh was in talks with HOC. If you ask him, he'd be like, yeah. He was like, I used to think about getting, I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you stuff that people ain't gonna tell you, man. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna let you know some stuff people ain't gonna tell you. Pooh was looking at HOC too. Boo was in talks with Pooh. But met him, and like I said, it was certain people at that time that was cold as hell. Like Little Henry and Dennis and them, they was cold. Like they was in panic. They was cold. They was short. They was raw. Like Little Henry, he was raw. Like this nigga, like, man, I remember like one of the Bloom talent shows, like infamous talent show, where like this nigga did like a spin. This nigga did like 7 damn spins. This nigga spent like 7 damn times, G. Like, and he ended up kicking over like the freaking the black light, ended up breaking it. And like Jason was mad, like this nigga broke my damn black light. Funny as hell, because they had like they had like this show where they had like this is when people were still getting like airbrush, and it was like an all white, and it was like this airbrush and stuff. So like the black light, and you know how shows was back in the day. People would try to do, you know what I'm saying, whatever. So
that's all.
But besides that, Markham was really where we started meeting all these different people. Pooh, BB, Baby D, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we started forming like different alliances with them. Like me, I was cool like with Baby. We was cool. You know what I'm saying? We used to be in Mark. We used to like exchange moves, and he used to kind of like, because Baby D and them, like they still had like that kind of like that firm type style. You know what I'm saying? It was raw. Mm-hmm. So, it got to a certain point where, especially like in HOC, some stuff, different stuff was going on. It was like different disagreements and stuff like that between I don't know, like Snoop and like Bull. It was just different stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? So at a certain point in time, like people left. People started leaving. Like Van was one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like I stayed. So, but after a while, he came back and it was like, because I know it's like I'm like back and forth from here and there. With like, you know what I'm saying?
You good.
Yeah. But you know what? Let me backtrack a little bit. As HOC, I learned so much, and we went everywhere. We went at the rink, Markham, the routes. Oh my God. Dang. We used to be at the route, bro. Like I remember like we used to be infamous into like phase 2. We got into it with phase 2, like niggas was finna fight. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy, like, because after a while, like we became like the best of friends and stuff. But it was all basically all dancing, all battling and stuff like that. So we used to go everywhere, bro. Like anywhere where we was trying to make a name, and you know what I'm saying? Because everybody like that, the city was the spot. As far as like footworkers go and everything like that, everybody was looking like the city. So as being from the suburbs, we always had to fight to get a name. We always had to fight, you know what I'm saying, for like respect when it had to do with like this footwork shit. And it was one of them situations where, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm so appreciative of being from the suburbs just because we started changing the styles. We started footworking the way we wanted to footwork. And that's basically what it was, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was still the same like format, but because what happened was, like, you'll have people like Snoop and different people like that. They was from the city, and they was from the city, and they used to dance. Okay, I used to dance with House of Maddox and all this other stuff, and they like kind of like brought it back, and you know that's how it kind of like started leaching off to like the suburbs and stuff like that. Because like certain people, right? You know what I'm saying? Certain people were I'm trying to lose my train of thought, but
That was coming from the city to the birds.
Yeah, they was coming from the city. They was coming from the city to the burbs, and it was like bits and pieces from there. You know what I'm saying? Because you had people that had cousins that stayed in the city, and you know what I'm saying, and different stuff like that. So it was a lot of people from the city. I mean, from the suburbs. Because that will go to the city and dance for like House of Maddox and CMD and different stuff like that because they still had high respect. Mm-hmm. So a lot of groups in the suburbs were like basically we had to really make a name from the ground up. But after a while, bro, like I'm gonna be honest, bro, like the suburbs, man, started giving it to the city, bro. The suburbs started getting to the city, bro. Like like it was to the point where like, you know what I'm saying, we used to be in the like the Dalton Expo and different stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Battling. That's what it was. It was battling. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it in, let's battle. But after a while, it was like certain people just cold, like panicking them. I gotta put respect on C-Bit and them name, bro. Shout out to C-Bit and them, you know what I'm saying? Just because as a group and as a person, like as a group like representing from the suburbs, they was doing it, bro. They was doing their thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? For real, man. Like C-Bit, Kevin, Jason, you know what I'm saying? Like they had original styles, bro. And they was like, nigga, I used to see them go to the city and fuck niggas up. I'm sorry, I gotta say it, bro. Like niggas used to go to the city, go to these parties and mess these niggas up, man, because people were developing these different styles, bro. Like at one point, bro, like C-Bit was one of the coldest fucking dancers ever, bro. Footworkers, bro. And niggas don't even know that. C-Bit was cold, bro. Like that nigga was light on his feet. You know what I'm saying? Like him, Justin was another cold ass dude. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't know him. Like Justin was cold as hell. He had like this, man, Kevin was cold. Like, bro, it was just ridiculous. But I know C-Bit still got it. Like if he wants to, C-Bit, man, please. If he wanted to come back out of retirement, he could. But what up, bro? You just good? You listening? But look, hold on. I know it's broken up. Am I telling the story pretty good though?
Yeah, you got okay.
Hey, I'm just trying to figure out, little bro, because you already know the history. You already know what the business is.
I was there.
Exactly.
You doing well.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, G. I appreciate it.
Shout out to Google Tag.
So what else? I give props to them, you know what I'm saying? But so as far as like people that I was around, it was me, it was Little Ricky, it was Marcus. It was like a handful of us that we really wanted that respect. All we really cared about was battling. We wanted that footwork respect. You know what I'm saying? So besides us, okay, yeah, being in the dance group and stuff like that or whatever. Because me personally, I didn't really think about like hip hop dancing and stuff at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like doing routines, okay, I was cool with that because we can do that. But I was so obsessed with this footwork, bro. I wanted to be the best, bro, because there was so many people that was cold. I'm like, bro, because back then, and this is another thing I'm gonna say, you know what I'm saying? Like this got to do with like the new school. Back then, man, niggas was scary, bro. You wouldn't just be going to no party and just think you was just gonna beat somebody, bro. Niggas was monsters back in the day, bro. Like people were so raw, bro. Like you'll be too scared to even step your foot in the circle, man, because it's intimidating, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm serious, bro. Like
you'll stand on the wall somewhere.
Stay right on the wall. Bro.
It was a different level back then, bro.
You don't want to get
that's what be killing me,
girls.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. If you didn't know, if you wasn't good on a certain type of level, your ass was not gonna dance, bro. Cause you will be embarrassed, bro. Some of these dudes will be embarrassed, bro.
I mean, they think they cold now,
bro. And that's the thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what, bro? Like, this is to the new school people. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna break it off. I'm gonna get back to the story, but this is to the new school people. Y'all still got a lot to learn, bro. And this is not a diss. Y'all still got a lot to learn, bro. Some of y'all niggas be thinking y'all just too cold.
Hey, it's a diss for real. Just say it's a diss.
What? Fuck it. I don't care. Whatever it is. Some of y'all be thinking y'all just too cold, bro. And y'all not, bro. It's a certain level that y'all haven't reached. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing. And this is something like being a student of the game and observing and stuff like that. Another problem is every style that was made in the footwork, like from like House of Maddox or like from Ant Brown's lineage and different stuff like that. It's a style cap.
Mm-hmm.
It hits the ceiling at a certain point. So it's to the point where it's only so many moves within that style that you're gonna do until you innovate and develop more on top of that style. But people don't look at it that way. You know what I'm saying? People don't look at it that way. So it's one of them things where it's like recently people in there talking about different styles and all this other stuff. Bro, like,
what styles?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I'm trying to think. I don't know what not as far as new generation. I don't see no new styles in new generation.
Bro, I'm trying to figure. I'm seeing people talking about, man, niggas making up moves and what moves?
What moves, bro?
What move, bro? What moves, bro? What moves? Look, I'm gonna be honest. The majority of the shit I be seeing y'all do is shit that nigga we created.
That's a fact.
That y'all still be doing, and y'all haven't built nothing on top of it, bro.
Oh, man.
And this is another thing I'ma say. Do y'all like when y'all practice and when y'all lab? Do y'all look in the look at this? I'm in my basement.
Okay.
Check this out. What do you see right there?
Mirror.
You see nothing but concrete in a mirror. You know why? Because I still try to keep that humbleness and that gutterness to me.
You got structure, man.
You see what I'm saying? Because in that HOC basement, it was concrete and there was a mirror.
Mm-hmm. That was it.
That was it.
That was it. And
another thing is like, bro, like, some of y'all need to stop, man, look. Dude, I got so much shit to say, bro. I'm sorry.
I ain't even talking. I'm listening.
Bro, do some of y'all actually, when y'all laughing, do some of y'all actually
they don't remember nothing.
Pay attention to what y'all doing? Because I be seeing niggas in ciphers and niggas in battles, and it seem like niggas will do something they'll like make up like a combo, and all of a sudden out the blue, niggas will do something crazy, bro. Like, is y'all just trying to freestyle on top, or are y'all actually just practicing on that shit, bro?
They just freestyle, ain't nothing.
This is what I'm gonna say.
They be wilding themselves. Like they be like, oh my God, I just did that. Like,
bro.
I was trying to hold it in. But
I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. I don't care, bro. I don't care whoever feels some type of way. That shit be a lot of that shit be looking raggedy, bro. It looks raggedy.
Structure, man.
It don't look neat, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all just be doing shit, bro. Just because, okay, I get it. Y'all want to be different. Y'all want to be creative. But if you're gonna be creative, bro.
Yeah.
Every move that I have thought of, I thought of from my head to my feet. That's it. It went from my head, then my feet. I practice on it a million times to make sure I get it and it looks right. Some of y'all be making up shit and y'all don't be practicing on it, and that shit don't be looking right, bro. It's just like niggas just be doing shit.
Yeah. But remember what you said though, when you was in your beginner stage, right?
Yeah.
And the people that was teaching you, you went home, you got it, and then went home and practice, went back to Markham or whatever you got it from, showed it to the person that taught you.
Right.
They probably told you like, well, that's not it, or you need to work more on this. Just like you said, the upper body. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to work more on the upper body. You took heed to that and was like, you know what? I need to work on my upper body. What I'm seeing now is it's like we're the people that's teaching, they're not telling them. Like they're not saying, hey, this is wrong.
Yes.
This is wrong. Do it this way. They're saying, oh, they see a video, they're like, oh, you know what? You got it. You got it.
No.
It's a little bit, you got it. But it's not from the head to the toe. I feel like you should be like grinding that same movement over and over and over again until you master it. Once you master it, then you'll be able to go to the next movement.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
But see, that'd be the problem, bro. Look, I'm gonna tell you one thing, bro. The thing that got me good was niggas saying that was people saying I was whack so many times.
So many times, yep.
I remember we did a show, and a lot of people at Avalon Park. Man, I'm making up new shit. I'm thinking that shit cold. Man, it's my turn to do a solo. That shit looked so weird, so crazy, bro.
And you can
it was
feel
on
it.
videotape. Nigga, I was so embarrassed. Nigga, Boo was at practice like, Troy, this shit was whack as hell, man. Don't you ever do that shit. I was mad as hell. Bro, when I tell you, bro, this nigga,
he told
this
you
nigga had
whack.
This nigga had me so mad, bro. I was damn near ready to cry. Embarrassed, bro. Embarrassed. I think I did. What did I do, bro? Like, because like in my head, I'm like, before I developed like certain styles that I got now, because I wanted to be like, because my thing was I was tall. Right. And what's crazy was I used to be ashamed of being tall because all the coldest footwork back then was like the mid-sized niggas.
Yep.
Gee, like Henry and them and all them, they was mid-sized niggas. So what we used to say back, like, man, everything look good on the mid-sized niggas. The first time I felt proud of being tall is the first person I ever seen was Eli.
You know what? I think everybody that was tall and saw Eli dance, bro, that was the role model for you to dance, yo. Like for real.
Eli was
listen what I tell you, bro. When I first seen that nigga, bro, God rest his soul, bro. When I first seen that nigga, I was like, I gotta fucking beat that nigga. Bro. I said, I gotta beat that nigga, bro. I'm like, this the coldest nigga, bro.
Bro, I don't care, bro.
This the code. I'm like, bro, because the nigga had so much control, bro.
Control was crazy,
bro. The nigga had so much control, bro. But see, this what I'm gonna tell y'all young dudes something.
Bro, see, I just got chills, bro. Yeah. Like, bro, hey. Eli was the best, bro. He used to have me just like, bro, I don't even want to dance, bro. Like,
bro. But see the thing about Eli was, the thing I admired about Eli was from his form and from dribbles to like basics, you can tell that nigga labbed and practiced, bro, because everything was perfect. It was clean, it was neat, bro. Like it was like, I'm like, bro,
perfect, bro.
Perfect. I'm like, is nigga seeing this shit?
Bro. And his start offs. Yeah.
Hey, start offs was amazing. Like, we got 3 seconds, bro. We're like, okay.
This what I'm gonna say, bro. This what I'm gonna say, bro. Like, I know this conversation everywhere, but I don't care because we talking about certain shit, bro. The new people, I'm gonna tell y'all ain't got no breakdowns, y'all ain't got no start offs, y'all don't got no, like, it's a lot of stuff that we used to do that a lot of us still do, and I'm really I'm trying to bring a lot of shit back that y'all don't even do, bro.
Speak on it.
Please. Y'all don't even do no. I know, right?
Speak on it.
Y'all don't even do no start offs or no nothing, bro. Like, this my thing. It's like, if y'all want to be cold, okay. But my thing is, you know what I'm saying? Peace to the niggas that practice. I know it's a lot of people that practice, you know what I'm saying? Like, so peace to the dudes that practice. But even
And
people that practice
and the females.
Yep, and the females. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them things where it's like, when I got good, bro, I practiced 24/7, bro. I practiced so much because I wanted to be that good, bro. It'd be like some of y'all be like, don't be practicing or something, bro. It's like some of y'all don't be practicing, but it's one of those things where it's like, bro, like, especially being creative, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta start from somewhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta start from somewhere.
Yeah.
And then you gotta build on it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, back to Eli. When I first seen him, I was like, I have to get to that level.
Right.
I'm going to get to that level. When I first seen him, I'm like, I'm getting to that level.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I got to get to that level. And I was fighting tooth and nail. And I was being told I was whack, even from them. That was what really got me. So it got to the point where we was going to the hall and everything like that, and I started knowing them, and I started dancing against them, and they started dissing me. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody go through a certain phase where, you know, you admire nigga style, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas be biting, you know what I'm saying? Different shit like that. But with me, it was one of them things where it's like, I wasn't trying to bite. I was trying to learn that style.
Right.
I was like, who taught them that? Because I'm not around Ant Brown, and I'm like, so I'm trying to learn that style. And in my head, I'm like, if I learn this style, then maybe I can beat them. Wrong.
Right.
I ain't get shit but this.
Mm-hmm.
And this is something I'm telling to the young dudes, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, because this correlates with it. Because what I see now, I'm gonna tell you what I see now. I see a bunch of niggas.
Carbon copies.
I see a bunch, let me say it. I see a bunch of niggas looking at videos of other dudes and picking bits and pieces and then talking about, man, the way I dance is no. How you saying you a top dog or you this and you that, and the dude that you dissing, you stealing their moves from and trying to use them like that don't make no sense.
And use it against them.
And use them against, and y'all be thinking people don't be knowing that. Come on now. Come on now. Y'all ain't that damn smart, bro. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing, even though I'm not around like that, you know what I'm saying? Because I got other stuff I'm doing, I'm working on, but I watch everything.
Yeah.
I watch everything. And I'll be sitting back like, But a lot of times I sit back like, what the fuck is this nigga doing? What the fuck? I be like, what the hell, bro?
Well,
because this is something that I learned too. And this has to do with like creating your own style and being like a pioneer and a trendsetter. You steal somebody's move. Okay, I'm gonna put a name out there. Say Curtis. Say you watch Curtis dance and you steal one of his moves or something like that, and you trying to do it. First of all, that's his move. It looks good on him because his body is structured a certain way. So the way he styled his style to his own body structure. So what might be wrong on him made me look goofy as hell on you. So that's something people don't take in accountability. Niggas just be taking moves and be like, bro, that don't look right on you because you ain't even practicing on it. You just taking it.
Yep.
You ain't even trying to perfect it. You just like, man, I'm gonna take that, and I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna put it in with my combo. You look whack, bro.
I was about to say something. I ain't gonna say that.
Go ahead and say that shit, bro. Hey,
no, because
real talk, bro.
No, because that just brought back an old memory. We used to have a joke because back in the day when AG had broke his leg and his leg was like this. It had like a little, what you call it, like it was like dislocated. So while his leg was healing, he was able to do moves that you normally couldn't do. but a lot of people was trying to do the moves, but their body wasn't like they joints wasn't able to dislocate.
Bro.
So it looked this stupid because they was trying to do stuff that their body just couldn't do at that time. But
Bro.
he was able to do it because his leg wasn't fully healed. But yeah, that just brought back.
Man, but see, I'm just saying all this to say is if you trying to be a trendsetter, if you trying to be one of the coldest dudes, make up your own shit, bro. If you that cold, it shouldn't be hard to make up your own stuff, bro.
Right.
Because that's what we had to do, bro. In order to get respect, we had to start creating, bro. Yeah. Case in point, House of Creation.
HOC, House of Creation.
Everybody had their own style. But let me get back to the story. I seen him dance. I started getting dissed by all of them. I was getting dissed by all of them. So when I start changing, this is when everything started turning around. I was in the mall one day. I was in River Oaks. Mm-hmm. I seen Darion and them, you know what I'm saying? Darion, Reggie and them in River Oaks. This is like one of the parties, like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, backtrack. Sorry about that. I end up going, Van end up inviting me in, like Van, Solo and them, Triple Phaze.
Triple Phaze, yeah.
I ended up, okay. So they had a group, Triple Phaze. They wanted me to be in it. They was like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we want, you know what I'm saying? Van came at me first, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? You brother, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I want you to be a part of a group. He was like, I'm finna leave. I'm finna make my own group, Triple Phaze. It's me, it's Larry, you know what I'm saying? Larry cool, you know what I'm saying? He used to go to school with us. So before he was DJ Solo, you know what I'm saying? Before he was DJ Solo, he was Larry Cool. You know, so we all went to school together. So they developed Triple Phaze. Larry Cool. It was Larry, it was Van and DJ Rowe, you know what I'm saying? He was with him too. Mm-hmm. So he asked me to be a part of the group. At first I was like, no. And then after a while, certain stuff was going on and the future HOC was kind of dimming. And I was like, all right, something got to give. I'm like, okay, so I went over there with them and started building with them. Mm-hmm. So at first it wasn't structured. Of course, it wasn't structured right, you know what I'm saying? But after a while, and I'm going to say this too. Niggas need to start putting some respect on Triple Phaze name, bro. Niggas need to start putting some respect on Triple Phaze name because it's a lot of stuff that we did. We went from a group that everybody laughed at to a group that a lot of people started to respect because we fought for it. People said we couldn't be okay, niggas can't do routines, and boom, niggas was doing it. We was going to the shows, niggas was coming up with, shout out to, you know what I'm saying, my boy Jay. Shout out to my boy Jay, you know what I'm saying? He was making routines, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that was in Triple Phaze, Jay, Paige, Shauna, like all of them. Everybody, Deanna, all of them, you know what I'm saying? Like, Isha, like all of them. Everybody in Triple Phaze, bro. Shout out to them. Shout out to them, you know what I'm saying? My sisters, my brothers, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. So my mission in the group, I wanted to be an assassin. I was like, forget that. I'm like, okay, so because it wasn't really nobody around, I was at a certain point, it wasn't really nobody around that really gave me more training or anything like that. So it was a lot of things I had to take into my own hands. So I started practicing more, you know what I'm saying, different stuff like that. Niggas was doing shows and everything. So it got to a point where I kind of became like, I was in the group, but I was still, because I started working and different stuff like that, but I still was practicing. I was like, you know what, routines, okay, I'm gonna learn. But other than that, I'm gonna be one of them footwork niggas, you know what I'm saying, to get to the business. Like, because when we get to battles, when we battle these dudes, who gonna battle them? Because it's only a very few people in the group that's good. So I had to step up as one of those dudes, be like, okay, I'm gonna be one of the killers in the group. I'm gonna be one of the killers in the group. So niggas was dissing me, you know what I'm saying? I was still going at people. Niggas was dissing me, da. So we got to the point where I seen Darion and them, River Oaks. It was like before this party at the hall. And I'm like, man, I'm kicking it around Darion. I'm like, bro, I'm like, you going to the party at the hall? This nigga Darion was like, man, like, okay, like, man, I don't know why you gonna go, man. You weak and da. And this would kill me. He was like, man, you can't even be my own brother. I was like, you fucked up. You messed up. I don't even know if he know it. By him saying that, gee, that shit hit a trigger. I was at my wits. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, went back to the crib. I'm like, man, I'm tired of these Wolfpack ass niggas, man. Dissing me, man. Da. Like, I was on some headhunt. I'm like, you know what? I said, squash that. I canned everything that I learned. I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm like, I'm starting from scratch. I'm like, I'm going to create from the ground up my own style. I'm like, y'all want to diss me? I'm like, they want to diss me. They want to talk about me. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, fuck y'all style then. Whatever y'all learn, fuck that. I'm like, fuck that shit. I don't care what y'all learn. What I'm finna develop, I'm finna beat all that shit. Nigga, when I tell you I was in my mama's kitchen from 12 o'clock at night, from 12 o'clock in the morning to 3 o'clock in the morning. Nigga, I had 10 pair of shoes from Reeboks to freaking Timberlands. I practiced in every one of them shoes. So I wanted to be war ready. I made up 10 different basics. I made up 5 different dribbles. I made up like 10 different special moves. Like, bro. And this another thing too. So while that was going on, I got to give shout out to my boy Cowherd, because at the same time, he was from Chaos Posse, and he was in the lab, he was developing his own style. So it's kind of like we develop these different type of styles that incorporated hip hop moves and mixed it with footworking. Nobody was doing that. Before, like, we started developing that shit. I ain't see nobody do that. Everybody still had that same, okay, this lineage and this lineage, I'm from this lineage, and we dance like Housematic lineage, this lineage. Everybody danced a certain type of way. So, okay, fast forward. At the hall, I was ready. It was like a month, like 3 weeks, non-stop. They was finna turn the tracks on. I mean, I had jogging pants on. I had like a Bears jersey or something like that. I was relaxed. I ain't say nothing. And that's another thing. Y'all niggas need to shut the hell up, bro. Y'all talk too much, bro. Y'all do more talking than y'all do dancing, bro. Like, I never seen a group of people talk so much that don't do shit. Y'all don't be dancing at all. Y'all do so much talking. I didn't talk at all, bro. I was on a mission, bro.
If he didn't talk at all, how did he meet somebody?
You said what, G?
If he didn't talk at all,
That's Pooh talking.
Man.
Pooh be an asshole right now.
Of course, because he always been. I love him though. But you know what though? Like, see, Pooh, like me and Pooh, like, we both sarcastic as fuck. That's what.
Yeah.
And you already know that's little bro. We both sarcastic, so whatever we say, please don't take that shit serious.
Right.
Everybody ain't got thick skin, man.
Exactly. You already know, bro. But so Darion, like I said in my head, I was like, I'm finna beat every one of these Wolfpack niggas. Every one of them. I was like, Darion first. Went to the hall. They turned on them tracks. It was a done deal. He went first. Boom. Did what he did. Boom. Bang. Boom. I'm sitting back. I got my hands in my pockets. Ain't said nothing. Soon as it was my turn, boom. Boom. I was hitting them, breaking them down like, bro. Nigga. When I tell you, I was hitting shit them niggas that nigga ain't never seen, bro. Boo and Eli was to the side like this. Every time he went, every time he danced, every round, I hit something different, a different combo, special move every round. I'm gonna show you. Let's go, bro. It ain't no more talking no more. Y'all trying to diss me? Let's go. I'm stealing styles. What about this? Oh, you ain't never seen this. Never. You ain't never seen this. After that, after we was done battling, I was standing. Darion was like this. I had to take this dude, pick him up, and basically walk him to the water fountain. Boom. Get some water. But you lost the battle though. That was number one. Number two, Jason. He was next. Me and Jason was like a real crazy rivalry. I was like, okay, he the next one. Man, bro, you weak as hell. Every time we was at the hall, I used to go at him. I'm like, man, I'm like, you next. I'm finna beat him. Man, you weak as hell. Okay. I kept practicing. Who remember? YMCA. Eli was there. And this is another thing I'm gonna say. While developing my style, when Solo started making tracks, we all started making tracks at the same time. So my practice regimen, every track that you heard from Solo, from that ooh, all that shit, I was the first ones to get to dance to it. I got to dance to every new track in his basement I was going in. So I was prepared on all levels. Fast forward, YMCA. Jay, I'm at this nigga head. I'm at this nigga Jason head. Boom, 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 boom. Kill. Mr. Pooh in the back. Nigga came up, he was like, well, I ain't even gonna lie, bro. Man, you got off. What you say, Pooh?
You did a good round. You did a good round.
He said, you did a good round. You did a good round.
I killed that nigga. I don't give a fuck. He don't want to say that. He don't want to say it, bro. He don't. You can protect your mans. You know what went down. Who know I killed that nigga that night? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, I know. Look, that's your crew. I get it, but you know what went down that night.
Okay.
You know what went down.
Dang it. Yeah.
So after that, I was like, okay, that's two. Next one, Q. I gotta get him. Gotta get him. I gotta get him. So I think it was like 103rd or something like that. There wasn't that many people there. See, then it's another thing. Every time I got one of them, it was a party where it wasn't that many people. It was only like scat, you know what I'm saying? It was always kind of like half-ass like parties.
Mm-hmm.
So, because in my head, it's like, I want to catch you. I don't want to catch you around no cheerleaders, around nothing. This is gonna be straight head to head. So everybody that's gonna predict the battle, who won besides us two, is people that's around that really don't know.
Right.
But at least certain people around that'll get, you know what I'm saying, that'll see, you know what I'm saying, see the battle. So I end up battling Q at I think like YMCA or something like that. We was going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You know what I'm saying? So I think who was there? Kurt Cobain, he was there. He brought it up one day too. He was like, man, I remember, man, you was at the YMCA, man. I remember, man, you was killing you at the YMCA.
Oh shit, bro.
Y'all good?
Yeah.
Okay. So Q was next. So after him, I was like, man, the big dog is last. I got to get Eli. Because I think at this point, Nate stopped dancing. Nate stopped dancing after a while. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't really, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't really go after him or anything like that. And with Pooh, it was always one of those things where it's like I never really wanted. It was always kind of like we was friends. You know what I'm saying? We was still boys. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I never. He wasn't the one I was after. You know what I'm saying? Every battle we had was always a respect and like, okay, like let me see if you still in shape with it.
Yeah.
Am I right, Pooh?
Oh, he went outside. He just went
okay.
outside.
Okay, but with him, it was always a respect battle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's keep each other on top of on top of our toes. But the last person I wanted to beat was I wanted to beat was Eli. Because in my head, I'm like, if I beat this dude, I'm gonna go to the next level. I'm like, I gotta beat this dude. I gotta get close. So it was one night, bro. Like, I don't know what I was on, bro. I was on cloud 9, 10, or whatever. And it turned like it was kind of like it was friendly at first, but then it started getting serious. This nigga was coming at me with crazy combos and shit like that. But I don't know. I was on a mission, bro. Like I just didn't stop. I was just like I was hitting rounds and stuff, and I just kept going. I kept going. And at one point, he was like, all right, nigga, all right, damn, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He was laughing. He was like, shit. He was like, okay, bro, okay. He was like, okay. So that was a battle that was never really okay who won and stuff just like that. In my head, I won. But really what happened was I end up winning his respect. Because after that battle, every time we was like in different like parties or something like that. This how I knew I earned Eli's respect. Because Eli would never one of them dudes be like, man, yeah, you raw, man, you did it. He would never admit that. He was never one of them dudes that was like he'll never admit like, yeah, you got me. He was never one of them dudes. But I know he respected me because we'll be in certain parties after that and he'll be like, man, like, let me see something, bro. Or like, let's if the party was dead, he'll be like, man, let's make up some stuff. And this is how I started kind of like, besides me developing my style, kind of like getting how he moved and how he danced. But at the same time, because I was always war ready, I know it was him being sneaky too, to try to kind of like he was studying me. We were studying each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why, like, God rest his soul, like, I give him props, you know what I'm saying? Just because he wanted the dudes, bro, like, that really made me get better, like, on a top level.
Mm-hmm.
As far as, like, movement and different stuff like that, that's why, like, you know what I'm saying? People see me dance and be like, man, like, bro, you be moving like, I'm like, because everything, to me, it has to be, it's precise, it's different. Mm-hmm. But my thing was, I wanted to, and it's crazy because it's like one of those movies where it's kind of like a person like studying martial arts and they trying to learn certain things and they like, man, I want the secret. But the whole secret was I had the secret to myself all along. Yes, I was a hip hop dancer first. So that's what made me start getting creative with different moves because it was different stuff. I came from a hip hop dancing background first. That was the first foundation. So with that was yeah, it made me creative. It made me think of different moves, or it made me look at footwork and be like, okay, what if I did it like that? Or what if I did this like that? You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, when I was quote unquote in my prime or whatever, That's where you'll see me do like certain type of moves, like with my leg or the little wobble thing, like little wobble things I'll be doing or different stuff like that is because
like water.
yeah, like just different things, you know what I'm saying? So
to this day.
right. So like no, but all I know is before I really, you know what I'm saying, became who I became in the footwork world, I didn't really see a lot of people ticking. You know what I'm saying? So the infamous Markham Fieldhouse, me taking my like ticking out of my jacket and all this other stuff. Another thing too, I used to go to a lot of footwork shows, and I wanted to make up. I used to make up. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, ain't nobody created no crowd pleasers. So me ticking out of my jacket was a crowd pleaser because before then, a lot of people are footwork and they'll just be battling and but it wasn't nothing. I'll look at the crowd. It wasn't nothing else to really excite. So in my head, I always thought from a performance base. I always thought from like entertainment or like I want to entertain. I want to see entertainment. So I'll be footworking. You know what I'm saying? So ticks, let me bring it back to that. I didn't really see people doing ticks. I didn't see people doing like glides, like Michael Jackson glides and all this other stuff. I didn't really see people doing that. So it's different things that I didn't see that I was bringing to the new game. Nobody was doing that like that. Mm-hmm. And I'm just going to keep it 100%. Somebody can say like, you lying. No, I'm not lying. Nobody was doing those moves like that.
Yeah. Let me interject so we can get into these questions.
Go ahead, bro.
I just want to make sure if anybody got questions too, because I know we had past 8:30.
Yeah, it was a lot of like yeah.
No, but that's cool. No, you good. But we just want to check to make sure if anybody got questions, because if not,
anybody got any questions, we're gonna start on.
No, for real. Please ask me some questions for real.
We're gonna start on Zoom first. Crossfire, you got a question?
Actually, I do. I got a quick question. Did HOC ever resurface? Because I remember in 2008, that's when I first heard of y'all, and it was out west at Fifth City, and that's how I met my boy Reese. May he rest in peace, from Workout Gang at the time. Mm-hmm. So did HOC ever resurface?
No, like the HOC never really never resurfaced, but it was
the reason why I say that because I think HOC, when it was resurfaced, it was like they was recruiting like younger members. And that's when I met Reese at the time. Before, and I've known him for a while before he passed away. So that's why I asked, like, the HOC and certain.
No, like it HOC, but see, this the kicker. HOC never. Okay, I'm gonna switch it. HOC did resurface. They resurfaced as D Dynamic. The original members of D Dynamic, the majority of them were HOC members. The only people that wasn't HOC members in D Dynamic was Dayon, Jovan, DJ Cornbread. A lot of people don't remember DJ Cornbread. DJ Cornbread was cold as hell.
Yeah, I know Cornbread.
You know what I'm saying? And that's really about it. You know what I'm saying? It was a couple other people that was in D Dynamics too, but a lot of the people, the majority of the people that was in D Dynamics originally was a lot of them was HOC members. Boo, Ken, me, Carlos. But the only thing about it was I went to like probably one or two practices. I was an official member, but what happened was like I was working and stuff too. So I was really only around for like battles. A lot of times. Like I remember they did like the Bud Billington parade and different stuff like that. And they had like another show at the hall or whatever. I didn't really get to those practices, but as far as like battling, I always came back around to battle. You know what I'm saying? So every time I seen Jovan, he'd be like, bro, come on, let's go. I'd be like, yep, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Jovan, my boy, you know what I'm saying? I love that nigga, you know what I'm saying, to the day. So he already knew. So it's like, that's the love that we got, you know what I'm saying? Because isn't one of those, you know what I'm saying? We was battle ready. We always wanted to battle. Let's get in these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Let's get these motherfuckers. So and it felt good. It felt refreshing because I think at that time, what made it good was I finally, everybody back in the day wanted to be a part of like House of Maddox or whatever. And it felt like finally I was a part of that type of lineage.
Okay.
Because everybody, go ahead.
I got one more question, then I'm done.
On.
If not your top 10, give me your top 5 today's footworkers right now.
Today?
Yeah, as of right now.
You just said.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I'll tweet.
Out of all questions, you had to have that.
Okay, I got a better one. You said your rival. You said one of your rivals was Jace for Wolfpack. What was your other top rivals for working around your time when you was coming up?
Who was it? Larry Hot Collection.
Oh.
me and Larry used to go at it.
Yeah.
Me and Larry used to go at it.
Mm-hmm.
We used to go at it. Me and Larry used to go at it.
Any Mickey, you had a question?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hey, thank you for doing this. And I'm sorry, like I could join like the last 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
It's okay.
But it was great to see you again, Troy, and like the good information. And I have a question. So, how do you think about the Chicago footwork is spread like globally?
Mm-hmm.
And also like if you like the judge the battle, what's your focus for the judge? Like what how you can see like the creativity.
Okay. So like
the difference.
So tips how to judge a battle.
Yeah. Your tips on how you would judge a battle.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna answer the second question first, and then I'm gonna answer the first question last.
Okay.
So
thank you.
how I would judge a battle is I would judge off how clean you are. I would judge off a really I can't even say it. Originality. What else? Your form. And are you quick? Are you quick to how creative are you? You know what I'm saying? Even though that ties in an originality, but you know what I'm saying? Like basically like, this is the big thing. Can you listen to the damn beat?
Musicality.
Yeah.
Bro, this is what I'm gonna tell y'all. The beat has a 5, 6, 7, 8 count. Listen to it. Why don't y'all listen to it? Bang, 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 ski, ski, ski. Bang, 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 ski, ski, ski. 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6. If you listen to the count, you can do whatever move in between that count. But the problem is nowadays people try to be too creative. This would it be. This is what it is where people be like, man, they don't be dancing off beat. Because if you listening to the beat, say you do a move, you listening to the count, and you all of a sudden you do this crazy move, and by the time your feet drop, it drops off the count. so it throws you off. But that's one of the biggest things. It's like, listen to the beat, bro. Listen to the beat. When you listen to the beat, you know what I'm saying, everything, you know what I'm saying, it'll flow smoothly. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people don't be smooth. You know what I'm saying? It depends on who it is. It's because it don't be fluent, because people don't listen to the count. You know what I'm saying? But besides that, that's what
Oh wait,
all I got.
before you go to
Go
the
ahead.
what's that? Let me piggyback off what you were saying. So when you were saying what he mean by if you was to listen to the beat, if you was to go off the count of the beat, you can always find that next beat if you're going to that beat. If you're going off the 8 count, and let's just say you do a crazy move and you lose that next beat, you can always find that beat again because you're so used to the 8 count. You know what I'm saying? You're used to that pattern. You know what I'm saying? So you get used to that 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6. If you go off to 6 and you wait till that 8 beat drop and then go back into that 5, you know what I'm saying? You kind of can pick it back up. You know what I'm saying? And also dancing. A lot of people, what we do as Chicago footworkers that I've learned myself, we dance on top of the beat. So instead, a lot of us don't like, if you advance, you can dance on top and you can dance through the beat as well. And I was telling a lot of old school dancers that, because when they see us dance, they're like, y'all dancing too fast. No, we're not dancing too fast. We're dancing through the music, and we picking and choosing what we want to dance to. So if you got an instrument, you can dance to the instrument. If you got the lyrics, you can dance to the lyrics, jump back on beat, go back to the lyrics again, jump. You see what I'm saying? So you
okay, okay. This what I'm gonna say. This what I'm gonna say to that. There's nothing wrong with that, but one of the things about that is that if you dancing in front of somebody who's never seen that before, like footwork or anything like that, and they don't know, see, that's the thing. We know that because we have a certain base of structure. So if you doing that around people like who really don't know, they understand it, but they don't understand it they understand it in a different type of way. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where it's like, that's why it's like with me, it's even like videos. It's like even like when I'll be watching videos. You can footwork to anything, but it's a certain BPM that it stands at for a reason. So one thing I would say is, a lot of times that if you see me dance to like hip hop and different stuff like that, this is what I try to do. I try to pick a hip hop song that's a tempo that's at least close to what the original BPM is. And the only reason I do that because to keep the fluency.
But
you know what I'm saying?
You can keep the fluency.
True.
But for foreigners, because I've noticed this, we dance so fast, right?
Right.
So when they're looking, they're not looking at your feet. Guess what they look at? They're listening to the music. So if even if they don't know nothing what you got, they don't know nothing what you're doing.
Right.
They can listen to the music and be like, oh, especially if you hit like some lyrics that they didn't even know it was there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, oh, how did you even like know that was there? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like on a beat, on a, you know, ooh, like solo, that who they don't know the track. So if they catch that, ooh, if you used to catch that, like, it's like, wow, like, how did you even like go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, woo? How did you even know that was even there in their mind? Because they don't know the music. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you can play with certain sounds in the track, you know what I'm saying? That's when it comes to being mastering. mastering your craft and mastering the music. That's why if you listen, which this is what we tell the students now, listen to the music before you even dance. Don't even dance yet.
Right.
Listen. Once you listen and get that pattern in you, then you'll be, because me and Jay did, for the first time, we did an R&B battle. Now we know we know how to dance to R&B music.
Right.
But we wanted to showcase Chicago footwork as well.
Okay.
So we're doing Chicago footwork to R&B music. You know what I'm saying? But we killing it because it's like we already know the music.
Random as hell.
Right.
That was random.
What?
We did.
What the?
You know, cool back
But no,
then.
I get what you're saying though, bro. Like you want to keep that pace. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want them to think like, oh, okay, if I slow down, you can speed it up, pick it up. You know what I'm saying? Speed it up, slow it down, speed it up, slow it down. You know what I'm saying? So they can actually get that tempo change.
Mm-hmm.
What I try to do is because this the thing, and it like even when we talking about this or whatever, because what you saying is not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has their place. You know what I'm saying? In a certain type. You know what I'm saying? In that type of sense. You know what I'm saying? What I try to do, like even when you watch my videos, what I try to do is I try to show people that you can still do certain things like that, but within what's going on.
Right.
So if you listening to a ooh, you know what I'm saying? If I'm listening to that beat, if that track is on, oh yeah. But if that track is on, I'm listening to like ooh, so I'm like ooh. That's what I'm listening to. So as a hip hop dancer, I'm still listening to ooh, ooh, bam, 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 bam. So I'm gonna do because that's my style. So within that BPM, I can hit, I can tick, I can wave, I can do my style within that. Then bam, I can get right back to it. Right. Because what I want to do is
you got options. Everybody else,
yes.
Everybody else don't get those type of options though.
But see this another thing. I still wanna keep this another thing that kind of relates to back in the day. What I respect and what I liked about back in the day is like people like Eli and different stuff like that. They had this type of, it was a style, and it was like they would like attack you. And that's the thing where I still want to keep. I want to, don't you know, like, okay, don't you see, like, if I, like, the year before I came to your picnic, and the way I move, you know what I'm saying? I do a move, you be like, woo. Like, it'll be one of them things where it's like, I'll be right here, and all of a sudden, bam, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be right in your face. That's what I'm saying. I wanna show that intensity, because in my head, I still think like a person that's observing it. So when I'm dancing, I'm thinking outside like I'm a person looking at me. What would I want to see as a person looking at me? That's what I go off of. I'm going off of, okay, if somebody's looking at me and I'm dancing, then what do I want to show them? Because I know a lot of people that's learning now overseas, a lot of them come from hip hop backgrounds. So what I want to show them is, I want to show them that beat that you listening to, right, you can do anything you want inside that beat. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody got their own style. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. I respect everybody's style. Everybody got their own style. And that's the thing about it, you know what I'm saying? But especially like if we making tracks, you know what I'm saying, and different things like that, it still has to be that base of that's the way you're dancing to it. Right. Because you can be creative, you know what I'm saying, everything like that. But it's other things to be creative. So if you're gonna dance to some hip hop, then bam, that's different. Or R&B, bam, that's different. Right. But it's like when you get back to this, you have to keep it, you got to keep it within this right here. You can still be creative, but you can keep it right here. And I don't think that's something like people understand. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people be like, okay, let me just never know. You can do that, but still be within the beat. Because I produce, you know what I'm saying? I'm making beats. So I make beats, I'm listening to beats all the time.
Right.
So within that beat, you know what I'm saying? Like it can be a boom, 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 like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm still with. I can do so many things in that pocket. It's a pocket. It's like rapping.
Right.
I can do so many things within that pocket and still, bam, stay on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, go ahead.
That's what I'm saying as far as the mastering though. You know what I'm saying? Like both of us is right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's that person has to master. They have to master to even get to that level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In order to like change up, in order to change from like and then in your head you're thinking like it's in our head, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
As we dancing, we already knowing it's other beats in between that
Right.
people they're not even hearing it though.
True.
But we're hearing it, you know what I'm saying? And we're dancing and people is like, how is they even, you see what I'm saying? But that's the whole thing of you know, mastering the style.
Right. But see, and even on the thing that what ties into that is we come from a background where we've been doing this for amount of years.
Right.
So if you teaching somebody and they only learning for a certain amount of time, they're still progressing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of them things where it's like with us, we know different pockets and you know what I'm saying? But them, they still learning the damn basics of what's going on in our format.
Right.
So them incorporating it is one of them situations. Okay, like okay, keep on this for a little minute, then change up.
Yeah, it's just
because what happens is nowadays, because what you show people is what they see.
That's facts.
And then all of a sudden it gets to a point of confusion. You know what I'm saying? People get confused in a certain sense. So especially somebody who didn't grow up around that and that's looking at it. Because if they didn't grow up around that and they looking at it, they're gonna be like, okay, that's what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
That's right. Hey, so the first question she asked, because I ain't want to get off.
Oh yeah.
No, it's all good. It's all. Hey, we talking, bro. But you know how we is. Like we'll talk about this all day.
We'll talk about it all day.
Exactly.
So the judging.
Thank you.
Yeah, the judging part.
Yeah, originality,
musicality. I know you said
form and cleanness.
Yep.
Form and cleanness. Those are like the four base structures that you should have to win a good battle.
And energy.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that because another problem with I see nowadays, people are not getting to that next level because it's like it seems like they don't push themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was talking to I was talking to Marcus at HOC. Even Carlos recently. Carlos came up, Carlos seen me at your picnic, was like, bro.
Oh yeah, I saw him.
He was like, bro, man, he's like, I see what you're doing. And I told him, I'm like, I'm doing that for us, bro. Every time I go out there and dance, bro, I'm doing that for HOC, the people that ain't doing it no more. Mm-hmm. I want people to still know, no, it's still somebody that's out here that's older that'll still kick your ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm 39 years old, bro. I don't even look like it.
Yes, you do.
You know that's cool.
No, you do. Message.
What did you say? What did you say?
Message. Dollar menu. Dollar menu message.
Y'all stupid.
Hey, AC had a question. Wait. Did you answer both of the questions for Mickey? Did he?
Yeah.
Okay, no.
Uh,
She said, what do I think about footwork
for
worldwide
the
now?
global.
Facts. Right.
Okay, good.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
think it's awesome. I think footwork worldwide is awesome. I think it's dope. I think y'all bring new things to the game because a lot of y'all come from that hip hop background. So y'all can incorporate. Remember last time I seen you at the picnic, I said, you can incorporate this, you can incorporate that, you can incorporate this, you can incorporate that. You can incorporate so many things. Long as you own a certain type, long as you on that beat and different, like you can incorporate whatever. And after that, look, after I said that, I seen your videos and you just got way better. You listen, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's up. That's all. I give away information for free. Just listen. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, a lot of people don't listen because everybody think they just so good. Come on, man.
Right.
That's the way I got. The only reason I got good is because I listened. But anyway, that's what I think.
AC had a question.
Thank you, Troy. Thank you.
You welcome.
AC, what's the question, Ace?
Is he gonna type it or is he gonna
type? You gonna?
Nah, I was trying to get my mic on. My bad, y'all.
my pit bulls?
What's up? All right, Troy, what's up, bro?
What's going on, Picklehead Jenkins?
All right, bro. All right, check this out. It was a few times that I seen you, in the circle, like going crazy. I think it was the second Panic Room that me and Styles threw some years ago, and then I saw footage from Jerron at his crib with you going against Clint with the ponytail at the
That's
beginning of
funny.
the circle. Now, why were you two always beefing, bro?
You said what?
Why were you and Clint always?
Uh-oh.
He said, why you on Clint always beefing?
I don't know. We talk about that nowadays, man. Like, you know what's crazy, man? Like, I got mad love for Clint, bro. Because I think what it was is, I think with Clint, and I think last time he seen me, he said that too. He was like, man, me dissing you, me talking shit made you better. It made you such and such. It made you such and such. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I think one of the parties or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Clint came up to me and was like, man, he was like, bro, what did he say? He was like, man, bro. He's like, man,